sometimes you gotta stick with the ancient ways, the old school ways. I know you understand me.
Mount up a speedy vigilance.
I know you understand me.
The revolution is here. Make room for the real American.
I appreciate her for bringing up her comment and you, because I think that there's in the policy making decisions in the city, there's a lack of the human component, and like she said, like somebody called people bad guys and stuff earlier, and some of those people that she's talking about will probably be called bad guys to other people at another time, you know. So there's no us and them, you know, we're all in the community together, you know, and there's issues with poverty and everything. You brought it up regarding the prostitution, you know, you put the human component on it. It's not always that, you know, this person's dirty and they're doing this or whatever, you know, that's a person, it's a part of the community, you know, they don't have any other options. I appreciate you bringing that up. But also, my issue right now, I've been looking a lot at the transit plan, right? And there's this issue about the Fairfield Court having their bus taken away, and Creighton Court is going to have their bus taken away if the plan goes through on February 13th. So the community had concerns about this one bus carrying people from Churchill, Creighton, Fairfield, and also Venable Street, and that bringing people from different, you know, maybe areas that are beefing and stuff in contact with each other. People at Armstrong, they were concerned about their kids having to walk from Armstrong to depend on the bus and walk through Fairfield Court to get to the only stop that will be left, which will be on Fairfield Way. And I think that, you know, when we make these policy decisions, nobody cares about the actual people, the culture of the people.
Right.
You know, they're just looking at data and numbers and stuff. So, and there's no proactiveness. You know, we're always reactive. You know, we're going to wait until something happens on the bus and then like, oh, what happened? You know, we shouldn't have taken those routes away, or kids get jumped coming through Fairfield, and it's going to be like, oh, there are animals over there, you know, when we could have dealt with it before then. So I'm just wondering, like, do you anticipate that being an issue with kids and Fairfield Court and everything? And if you do anticipate that being an issue, are you willing to, you know, weigh in on that with the policymakers and whatnot?
What I'm going to do is allow the police to finish their report, but I want to say this. More than a year ago, I, along with GRTC, along with some of the residents right in here, talked about, as they talked about the BRT, said for that to work for our community, there must be connectors down to this rapidly moving service.
He likes to sit there. He's good. He's good. He's good.
Make sure that we, number one, have routes. For every place that thing stopped in our district, there must be a connector. And not just that they were connected, that we then took residents out, individuals in our community, again, some right here from across the community, to say, so I may think it's a good idea, but does this work for our community? All the way, whether it's going up to Wickham or going up to Fairfield. So, absolutely. Absolutely. The rest of the rerouting of GRTC, which hasn't been looked at since 1965, we need to look at it. But that doesn't mean, and what I said to you earlier, because even with that, I'm still going to do another route around with folks to make sure that that is responsive to the citizens who utilize and rely upon public transit. So it is not.
I would encourage you to go to Fairfield Court.
Not only, I'm going to go. I'm going to go to all of them.
Right.
Just as we did with the BRT, just as the connector, and I then put language in terms of the paper with City Council to make sure that routes were identified to connect our citizens to those BRT stops in the district.
This is another New Black World Order TV Productions. Now that you heard that your bus will not be riding into Fairfield Court to pick you up, how is that going to help you by making you walk all the way up to Fairfield Avenue?
Not only just me, it's going to hurt everyone. I mean, you know, it's bad enough that we walk to the bus stop in the morning. Okay, on the bus schedule, it say a certain time. I'm expecting for the bus to be here a certain time. Most of the time, buses be like 10, 15 minutes late, which means it makes us as citizens be late for work.
So how the hell you gonna get to a job if the bus driver pull off and leave you? I don't care if he come 10 extra times a day. But if they pull off and leave you, that's not what? It's not helping you, is it?
No, it's not. It's not helping at all.
On a rainy day, would you be exposed to a lot of rain walking to Fairfield Avenue? Because you get on the bus at where? Fourth Street?
Yeah, 21st.
Fourth Street. And you would now have to walk 3 to 4 extra blocks. So now it increases your walk. What would you like to tell them?
I would like to keep our route. Just keep our route because I'm not the only one that be at the bus stop. There'll be a lot of elderly people that also be at the bus stop as well.
Okay.
So
there you
that's
go.
what I would like to have.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Them 85ers are helping to say that the God is irrelevant. North Plan got my nation living celibate. Straight round them of the human development. I roll with head pillars, scale fillers, and weight dealers. Don't press your luck, don't make me buck. I come dressed to kill, nigga, Teflon deal. Full body armor, I bring the head drama. This is my code of honor. I burn them big bitches in full honor. I'm master the art when they snitches rot. Death did them hot for them R&B cops.